of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have a moment of silence, please. Hello. Roll call, Andrea.
Council President Stiriz?
Here.
Councilor Schneider?
Here.
Councilor Stickley?
Here.
Councilor Chamberlin?
Here.
Councilor Here.
Here.
And Councilor Frey?
Here.
All members are present. We have a quorum.
Okay, thank you. Council has had time to go over the prior meeting's minutes. Can we get a motion?
I would make a motion to accept the minutes as printed there.
Second.
Motion to approve the prior meeting's minutes as printed, moved by Councilor Stickley and seconded by Council President Stiriz. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. We had no one wishing to address council at this time, but I do have somebody that came in and would like to address the street committee again.
You sure that's not safety and code?
No,
Street.
streets, parking, so that would be streets. So, and it could be safety and code as well, I guess. Pick your poison there.
Personnel.
Finance.
Lee Wright was in, and she would like to meet with you, so when, after council, if you guys can figure out which committee, and she would like to get with you. Okay, committee reports. Let's start with Tree Commission.
Tree Commission met on May 8th. The majority of our meeting was being interviewed by Stephanie Miller from the state of Ohio on how our tree commission, how active and how proficient we are. She's going to spend probably a year and a half interviewing all Tree City USA participants and kind of give her evaluation as to where we stand. We all thought that we stood in the 75 to 80 percentile area, but I guess we'll see how we do stand. Other things, Larry Frey had reported that he planted a bunch of small seedling buckeye trees around various parks. We planted probably about 20 or 25 of them at the new walking path out at Homecoming Park that day also. Kim had gotten a price from Artistic Memorials in Perrysburg on engraved bricks that we use for our memorial trees. It was voted on that we start purchasing them from there, but it's just basically a place where, you know, we're going to go to knowing that we've got that set price. So I don't know if we as a council need to vote on that or not, but that's.
Is that the only place available?
No, there's other
Like
places.
shop everywhere?
We have shopped around,
Okay.
and this seems to be the best price that we have found.
Okay.
That would not require any council action, just let me know where.
Okay, all right.
Where you get them.
And it's, you know, only when somebody has a memorial tree that
Right.
they want planted there, so. Pete Carr wants to, Tree Commission and possibly Rotaries to locate a few places also within the homecoming wooded areas to put some unused park benches. And that was really all our meeting was about. We spent probably a good hour with Stephanie Miller at that meeting.
Do you have any idea how many of those benches are left?
I'm going to say there was 10 or 12 of them out to the.
I think they've used a couple.
Oh, but they
since
may
then,
have. There were some
in
of
the
those with
trail.
the cast iron sides and the wooden. I know there were, I rode by there and saw that there was still
Yes,
some in there.
yeah, there are.
And there's some of the old plastic ones that were the 4x4 ones in there also, I
We're
think.
making noise here. Go ahead.
Be a good
Pete?
place to clean up.
Thank you, Bill. Sorry, I keep
That's all
interrupting
right,
you.
that's all right, go ahead, I'm done.
Oh, that was
I had a meeting with Pete Carr and Kim Boyles on the, or Kim Bowles on the
Yeah.
grant situation for the development, and during that meeting, I thought Pete had mentioned that there was 6 benches that he thought were available. I don't know where he got that number, maybe that's not correct, but we had talked about like 3 in the north and 3 in the south woods.
I think it was probably, you probably got his information from John Hurst, but don't know.
Another place is something that I would like to look at, and I don't think this, well, it does kind of happen to go along with the tree commission, is the FFA area back there that was put in place a few years ago on the trail, right off the trail. There's like a little bridge, and they had some trees, saplings, and other things back there, plant life, that people could go over the little bridge, and it's behind the Glenwood, not Glenwood.
Oh, back behind the school.
Yes, right off the trail.
Yeah.
And I guess, I know that the tree commission had a lot to do with that because they help, name and put little plaques and stuff. But it's so overgrown, and I would love to see that, whether the city, FFA is no longer working on it. It got too expensive.
And they kind of eliminated a lot of that.
Yes.
They used the woods back behind the middle school for the
Mhm.
walking path, and that's kind of,
But I would love to see something, because it's just kind of decaying back there, especially the bridge. It needs some work. So I think that's something that maybe
they probably ought to get
the
moved
buildings and
to another
grounds could
place
look
maybe.
at it.
and-
It needs replaced, but I would still like to see, like you guys are wanting places for some seedlings and stuff. I think that would be a neat place to be able to go back and look at the different varieties that we could put back there.
I'll bring
And
it
then
up.
possibly transplant them into other places once they get bigger. So that was the one thing, and then there was something else. I did discuss with you a little bit about the bricks. Just being gone for that short time, I did walk into many parks, and many of them have the bricks, memorial bricks, donated bricks, anything to do with their city, and they started around the trees and ventured out into pathways. And I thought, what a neat way to display where people see it all the time, instead of a hit and miss like you and I were talking. You don't know really, they have that special area that they would like to go because that's the park they sat in, or that's, where they played. But if we started doing something like that, I think it would really be neat. And then the pathways were huge, and they were beautiful, and they were all done in the memorial or donated, or council, mayors, police chiefs, anybody, if they wanted to put one in, they could. And it was huge, and they said once it started, it was like it just grew. So I asked about that. So, and then you said you would get the questionnaire whenever.
Yeah, it might be as much, as long as 2 years from now,
That's fine.
before we get the results of what she evaluates us at.
And also, when are they gonna start the, working on Tree City for Wauseon? That's 2020.
Yeah, they don't, they applied for it in like October,
Okay,
so.
okay. That's all the questions.
Are you talking about for
We're
us?
hosting it.
Hosting it, yeah. We're already kind of talking about it, but we're a year and about almost 2 years
A
out.
little over a year out, yeah.
So we need to come up with a budget like we did the last time.
Because it actually has to be invitations to all of the entities,
Right,
so that they can put it on their budgets.
right.
Okay. All righty, thanks. So, no motions were really
No.
made on that. Okay, thank you. Buildings and grounds,
That would be me, Mayor.
okay?
We met Thursday morning, May 30th at 7:30, and it was in regards to a plaque for the 2 donors
Yeah.
for the kitty toys. And we had a discussion. The estimate from HIP was $191.10 for the similar plaque that we have purchased before. We did, there was a motion and a second, we did vote to accept that. That's, it was a short meeting. There was some discussion on plaques for the future, not to constantly make more plaques if anybody wants to donate, but maybe amount of money or put them together for a while. But there was no decision on that, or a different style plaque similar to the back one where you
Right.
just add
Keep
on
adding.
to it, but nothing was decided. other than the 2 donors for the kitty toys. So that's where we're at with the buildings and grounds on it.
And also, I think you were down there, Shane was down there, the other plaques are full. There was really no room to put those on, added to,
Yeah,
or which you can't add to the kind that we have regardless, so.
Correct.
Okay, great. So we have a motion.
So I would make a motion to accept HIT Trophy's estimate on the plaque for the 2 donors.
I'll second the idea.
Motion to accept the Building and Grounds Committee recommendation to purchase the plaque for the kitty toy donors, moved by Counselor Stickley and seconded by Counselor Chamberlain. Is there any discussion? Counselor Stickley?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Stiriz?
Yes.
Counselor Frey?
Yes.
Council President Stiriz?
Yes.
And Counselor Schneider?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
Thank you. Okay. Moving on to department heads. Rick?
All right. Thank you, Mayor. Yesterday, the fire department, we did a live burn training out north of town. We had 4 other departments there and got a really good day of training out of it. We were there till about 6 o'clock in the evening, and we thank Jim and Sonia Bulmer for donating a farmhouse that they owned to allow us to do that in, so it worked out really well. The next couple of weeks, we'll be on the Safety City circuit. We got Wauseon's coming up, and we're also going to be helping our school in Metamora get their programs rolling this year too, so we're going to help out over there. And we just encourage everybody to be patient with the traffic around town, because we're going to hit construction, especially out by the fairgrounds and the turnpike, and with all the farmers should be hitting the road here shortly.
Hopefully.
Please be patient on the construction and the traffic, because we've already had a few crashes involving those types of vehicles this year. So we just encourage everybody to slow down a little bit in those zones. So that's all I have.
Okay. Questions at all?
I got one thing. I would like to thank you and your department for Memorial Day problem on the turnpike. I think Wauseon did a great job in helping Delta Archibald on a very tragic day. So pass it down to your staff and employees and all the rest of them that they did a fine job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Rick, did you pass on the GoFundMe for the family?
I emailed it out
To everyone?
I don't know, everyone. I emailed it out to the local fire chiefs who were involved with it, and I believe some of the admin.
You could search for it online as well.
Yeah, it's on there, yeah.
And that's for the children that were left behind. Okay. Thank you. Chief?
Not a whole lot, just an update. Our Youth Police Academy will be starting next Monday. Right now, we have 11 confirmed. I think there may be still a couple of stragglers out. Also, on Safety City, I did not get an update, but 2 weeks ago, we had 65 registered, and we're about 80% funded. So anybody that would like to donate, will still be more than happy to take your money. Either send it to us directly or drop it off to the Safety City there at the school.
Is this the first time Archibald and, is it Fayette, did you say?
I'm sorry?
Metamora?
Well, we're just taking the county safety trailer to them and helping them with it.
All
So,
right.
yeah.
Any questions for Chief Jordan?
How much money more are you looking for, Chief?
We're about 2,000 short, if I remember right. Like I said, I haven't got an update, so we had money still coming in, so. But whatever all the money stays with it. It's no administrative costs, it just goes back into it, and if we get extra, then it rolls over for the next year.
Okay. Dennis?
I don't have much either this evening. The pool did open on time and
School.
was used furiously the first day. And we're doing everything we can to try to catch up with mowing when we can, including employing some non-traditional mowing techniques to try to knock some of it down. And everything needs to be mowed 2 or 3 times to get it down to the normal.
Hay fields.
If we get that many dry days in a row.
Is the non-traditional goats and sheep?
They get stuck in the mud.
We actually had a We have like a 6-foot wide brush hog type mower that mounts on the front of the skid steer that's on tracks, like a bulldozer. And we were running that around Biddle Park and other areas where other tractors were sinking and rutting, and
Good.
it's not great, but it's better than it was.
Questions for Dennis?
The open air shelter house down at Greer Park looks really nice.
It does.
Thank you.
And being used by the school kids already when they went down.
When you rent the shelter houses out, do you make a point to tell them that they're not supposed to drive up to the shelter house?
Yeah, we have, that's on the list of
It's on
the
the
rental
list.
thing.
Okay.
Yes, that, yeah.
Because someone tried to do it, graduation.
I heard about that one.
They had to pull them out. And all that,
Yeah. I didn't know how much damage did that do on the grounds with it
The
being
one
so
right
wet.
next to the school.
Every year, we usually.
I know they
get
do it
some.
during the summer. They don't. but
One
this
time
one-
they shifted a refrigerator from one shelter to the other.
No way.
So, yeah, they don't read the fine print sometimes, so. Okay, Jamie.
Well, very busy time of the year right now. Finally got the monthly reports and the bills done at like 4:15, 4:30 today. So that
Thank
if
you.
you haven't checked your email, they are there. The income tax revenue for May year to date is down 6.5%. Like I told the mayor before this meeting, I do not have an explanation because I haven't had time to research it. So hopefully next meeting I'll give you an explanation of what's going on there. But that's all I have done for tonight.
Questions for Jamie? I'm not gonna forget you this time.
So I don't have much either. I guess I'd point out one thing to council. I'm sure council's aware, we have on tap for this evening Resolution 2019-15, which is a resolution accepting the RLF's committee's recommendation to provide financing to Warrior Wings LLC for a startup business in town. That would be with respect to a smaller loan that's being supported by a larger loan from F&M State Bank, which has already been approved, and I understand construction they're hoping to start sometime soon. So that's the reason for it on emergency. I've started work on the resolution the council has asked me to draft with respect to the WRA alignment. And then finally, I guess, going back to a Rotary slash homecoming Indian Trails issue, I guess, just to update. The Trails Committee has been working on signs for the trails, and actually two. One which would be posted or placed by the entrance on Lawrence Avenue. And I believe Bill Drummer has or will reach out to the park board to sort of connect up with that. And then we're also talking about a second sign, which would be a trailhead sign, which would be a little smaller and have a picture of the trail on it, that sort of thing, and acknowledge the participants who assisted in the development, the different partners. But I've emphasized to the Trail Committee that we need to make sure the park board is involved and takes a look at that, make sure that the city is on board with what they're envisioning. I think the sign by the road is going to be a Hanson type sign, similar to what we have in other places, and looks like it'll be a really nice sign. I think that's it. That's all I have.
Carol?
So, on 15, I understand they're gonna move in a building that's on the corner of Shoup and Linwood. Is that gonna be demolished or remodeled?
No, it's remodeled.
Remodeled?
Remodeling. They're actually gonna try to keep it to the same facade look.
Just wondering.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
The old Marathon gas
Oh.
station. If you have any questions, you can ask her. She's here representing BRAC.
I didn't know if it was gonna be demolished and rebuilt or just remodeled. Didn't know, just wondering.
planning on using the existing and changing it up a little bit to make it look
It'll
pretty
be a
nice.
great benefit to the city
Oh,
if that corner gets
will be, yeah.
cleaned up and fixed
Yep.
up.
Yeah, we all agreed on that.
Yeah.
That'll be a nice thing, and chicken wings are the old, the place of tacos,
Yeah.
what I'm hearing, so
Yep.
I'm excited. Okay, any other questions? We can move on to our legislation. So, under first reading, we have Resolution 2019-14, a resolution to amend Resolution 2016-30 to authorize the mayor to enter an agreement with First Federal and the State Bank and declaring an emergency.
Second.
Motion to place resolution 2019-14 on emergency reading moved by Counselor Schneider and seconded by Counselor Frey. Is there any discussion? Counselor Schneider?
Yes.
Counselor Frey?
Yes.
Counselor Stiriz?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Stickley?
Yes.
And Counsel President Stiriz?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
Final copy.
Second.
Motion to place resolution 2019-14 on final reading moved by Council President Stiriz and seconded by Counselor Stiriz. Is there any discussion? Council President Stiriz?
Yes.
Counselor Stiriz?
Yes.
Counselor Frey?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Stickley?
Yes.
And Counselor Schneider?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
Okay, thank you. Resolution 2019-15, a resolution accepting the revolving loan fund committee recommendation to enter into an agreement to loan funds to Warrior Wings LLC and declaring an emergency.
I would make that motion, Mayor.
I'll second.
Motion to place resolution 2019-15 on emergency reading moved by Counselor Stickley and seconded by Counselor Schneider. Is there any discussion? Counselor Stickley?
Yes.
Counselor Schneider?
Yes.
Council President Stiriz?
Yes.
Counselor Frey?
Yes.
Counselor Stiriz?
Yes.
And Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
Final reading.
Second.
Motion to place resolution 2019-15 on final reading moved by Counselor Frey and seconded by Counselor Stiriz. Is there any discussion?
They could have brought some wings in.
Okay. Counselor Frey?
Gotta build it first.
Right. Counselor Stiriz?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
I like the idea too.
Yes.
Okay. Counselor Stickley?
Yes.
Counselor Schneider?
Yes.
And Counsel President Stiriz?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
Great.
Bulbous.
Bring on the wings, thank you. We have nothing under second and/or nothing under third. So we'll move on to new business. And I need a motion to reappoint Michael Murray to the Charter Revision Commission for the 3-year term of July 1st, 2019. Excuse me, to 2022, if you want to note the change in that.
So noted.
I would
I
make
was gonna
that
say, that's a
motion.
short term then.
Right?
Go back.
Man.
Everybody wants to sit on that one.
It is Michael Murray from
Mike Murray, yes.
Wheeling?
Yes.
Because there is 2 in this area.
Right.
So, but it is that
That's
one.
who it is.
Okay. I would make the motion to appoint Michael.
Second.
Motion to reappoint Michael Murray to the Charter Revision Commission moved by Counselor Stickley and seconded by Council President Stiriz. Is there any discussion? Counselor Stickley?
Yes.
Council President Stiriz?
Yes.
Counselor Schneider?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Stiriz?
Yes.
And Counselor Frey?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
Thank you. I need a motion to appoint Dave Birkin to the Revolving Loan Fund Committee. He's replacing Al Lance's position.
I would make that motion also.
Second.
Motion to appoint Dave Gerken to the Revolving Loan Fund Committee moved by Counselor Stickley and seconded by Counselor Frey. Is there any discussion? Counselor Stickley?
Yes.
Counselor Frey?
Yes.
Council President Stiriz?
Yes.
Counselor Schneider?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
No.
And Counselor Stiriz?
Yes.
5 yeas, 1 nay, motion carries.
Okay, a couple things yet to go over on new business. A question was brought up at last meeting about the WRA tops at the cages, for batting cages. Shane, you asked about that being on the budget.
Oh, no, it's,
The covers.
The
Roofs,
dugouts.
Roof,
Yeah, the
dugout, thank
dugouts.
you, yes.
Down at the north end.
Yeah, I knew what I was saying and I said cages instead, but yes. We looked at that up in the 2019 budget report and it's not there. in the 2018 budget report. It never probably got reappropriated to be put back into the 19 budget report.
Gotcha.
So that is something that can be addressed, and we can move forward with that if they're willing to want to do that. I'll put it in again for the next budget report for the following year.
Thank you.
And it wasn't asked by either Parks and Rec or Public Works.
Those tops down there are fence tops, and people have been on top of them, and now they're all been out of shape, and it looks a little bit unsightly.
I understand the issue.
Yeah, we're gonna have a baseball tournament down there. Hopefully, maybe something can be addressed before that baseball tournament takes place in the first part of July. Thank you. Down at the north end, there's dugouts, you know, and they have fence tops, and people have gotten up on top of them and pushed them down. Yeah.
Anything else? All right, I need a motion to approve the bills.
So moved.
Motion to approve and pay the bills is presented, moved by Counselor Schneider and seconded by Council President Stiriz. Is there any discussion? Counselor Schneider?
Yes.
Council President Stiriz?
Yes.
Counselor Frey?
Yes.
Counselor Stiriz?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
And Counselor Stickley?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
I need to ask council to move into an executive session for hire/fire/discipline of personnel.